In the dusty heart of a lonely valley, where the wind howled like a wounded animal, a broken Apache widow stood waiting for death or another betrayal. Her name was Lozan. She was once a proud woman of the Apache people, known for her sharp eyes and strong spirit, but life had taken everything from her. Her husband was killed in a raid. White men and even some of her own had used her, hurt her, and left her with scars that no one could see. Now she was alone, tired and hurt. Her clothes were torn, her arm had a fresh wound from a fall, and her face showed years of pain, fear, and anger. The sun was setting behind the red rocks. Dust flew everywhere in the strong wind, making the air feel heavy and strange. Lozan stood tall, even though her legs felt weak. She held a small knife tight in her hand. Her black hair moved with the wind. Her dark eyes looked at everything with doubt. She had learned one hard lesson: trust no one. Every hand that reached out wanted something, her body, her land, or her pride. Then she saw him. A lone cowboy rode slowly into the valley on a tired brown horse. His name was Jack Harlan. He was tall and thin, with a dusty hat, old boots, and a face that looked like it had seen many hard days. He stopped his horse far away and got down carefully. He did not pull out his gun. He just looked at her for a long time. Lozan stepped back. Her heart started beating fast. Another man, she thought. Another one who will try to take what is left of me. Jack saw her wound. He saw the fear in her eyes. He raised both hands high so she could see he held nothing. Then he started walking toward her very slowly, one small step at a time, like he was approaching a scared wild horse. When he was still many steps away, Lozan shouted in a rough, tired voice, "Stop! What do you want? Do you also want only my body like the others? Come closer and I will cut you." Her words were full of anger, but behind the anger was deep pain. She had heard sweet lies before. Men had promised help and then taken everything. Jack stopped immediately. He did not get angry. He slowly went down on one knee in the dust. He kept his hands up and spoke in a calm, low voice.
"Ma'am, I don't want anything from you. Not your body, not your thanks, not even a smile. I just saw you hurt and alone out here. The night is coming, and it's getting cold. I can make a fire. I can give you some clean cloth for that cut. That's all. No tricks, no price." Lozan stared at him. She searched his face for lies, for hunger, for the same ugly look she had seen so many times. But she found none. His eyes looked honest. There was tiredness in them, too, like he also carried old wounds. Still, she did not move closer. "Why?" she asked. "Why help an Apache woman? Everyone hates my people now." Jack looked down at the ground for a moment. Then he said, "Because I know what it feels like to be broken. I lost my wife and my little girl to fever many years ago. After that, I rode alone for a long time, angry at the world. I did things I'm not proud of. But one day I understood, hurting others doesn't heal your own pain. So now I try to do one good thing when I can. Today, that thing is helping you. Nothing more." The wind blew between them. Lozan felt something small and warm inside her chest, a tiny spark of hope. But fear was still stronger. She had believed kind words before and paid a heavy price. Jack stood up slowly. He walked to a clear spot away from her and started collecting dry wood. He made a small fire. He did everything without looking at her too much. He kept distance. He gave her space and time. When the fire was burning nicely, he sat on one side and took out some bread and dried meat from his bag. He put half of it on a flat stone and pushed the stone a little toward her side with his foot. Then he sat back and ate his own share quietly. Lozen watched him for a long time. The fire felt warm. Her body was cold and hurting. Finally, she moved closer, not too close, and took the food. She ate slowly, never taking her eyes off him. Hours passed. The stars came out one by one. The valley became quiet except for the soft sound of the fire. Jack spoke again, but not too much. He told her simple things about his life, the long trails he had ridden, the mistakes he had made, the nights he had cried alone under the same stars. He did not hide his weakness. He did not try to look strong or big.
Lozen listened. For the first time in many years, a man was sitting near her, but not trying to touch her, not demanding anything, not making her feel small. He was just there. She felt her tight shoulders slowly relax a little. The knife in her hand felt less necessary. "Why are you different?" she asked softly after a long silence. Jack looked into the fire. "Maybe because I got tired of being the same as the others. The world is already full of men who take. I wanted to try being the kind who gives without asking back." Lozen felt tears burning in her eyes, but she did not let them fall. Inside her, the high walls she had built for safety started to show small cracks, not gone, but weaker. She told him a little about herself, not everything, just small pieces, how her village was attacked, how she ran and hid, how she learned to survive alone. Jack listened without interrupting. He did not say, "I understand," like he knew her pain. He just nodded and said, "That sounds heavy to carry." The night grew deeper. They sat on opposite sides of the fire. There was still safe distance between them, but something invisible was growing, a quiet connection made of respect and careful kindness. Lozen looked at Jack across the flames. For the first time, the lonely valley did not feel only like a place of fear and emptiness. It felt like a place where something new could begin. She did not smile yet. She did not trust him completely, but the heavy fear in her heart had become a little lighter. In its place was a small, careful hope. Jack did not move closer. He simply stayed there, keeping watch while she rested. In that quiet moment, under the wide desert sky, two broken souls sat together, not healed, but no longer completely alone. And for the first time in many years, Lozen allowed herself to believe that maybe, just maybe, not every hand that reached out wanted to break her. Some hands simply wanted to help her stand again.